I do want to apologize. I'm a little tired. I've been up since 2:30 this morning. My wife woke me up going, Bob, there's someone at the door. I said, they'll go away. She goes, no, seriously, there's someone at the door. I said, if you care so much, why don't you fucking go see who it is? I didn't really say that. I thought that on my way to the door. So I opened the door and there's this drunk dude and he goes, hey, I hate to bother you, but could you give me a push? And I just closed the door and went back to bed. And my wife said, who was it? I said, it was some drunk guy wanting to push. And she literally sat up and said, really? You can't help that man. 3 weeks ago, we broke down in the middle of nowhere during a storm. Someone stopped and helped us, let you stay in the car dry while they fixed our car, and you can't help him. Yeah. So I got dressed and I went outside hoping he was gone. And I said, hey, are you still out here? And he said, yeah. You still need a push? Yeah, that'd be great. Where are you? Over here on the swing set. Hey, welcome to Sixx Daze. I am Bob Sixx. Today, we're going to jump right into it with both feet first and talk about gun control. Because I hear all of you saying, well, not all of you, but a lot of people saying, we need stiffer gun laws. You know who stiffer gun laws affect? Law-abiding citizens. They're not the fucking problem, people. It's the criminals. Criminals don't give a shit about your gun laws. They're not out there buying guns legally. They're stealing them from your fucking house. Don't say that's part of the problem. Well, if we didn't have guns, they couldn't steal them. If that's really your stance, you're stupid. Sorry, there's no other way to say it, but you're stupid. They're going to get them one way or another because the number one thing that fuels America is greed. So if they've got the money, the people that want the money will give them whatever they want. So let's be a little realistic here. Where, and this is a fact, it's not my opinion, where do almost all mass killings occur? Why, that's right. It is in gun-free zones where law-abiding citizens don't have their weapons. You don't ever hear about a mass shooting at a gun show. Why? It's full of law-abiding citizens that are armed. And if you come in there trying to shoot them up, they're going to fucking shoot back. Fort Hood shooter. Prime example. In there with unarmed people shooting. And the only way he was stopped is when a police officer with a gun shot him. That's the only way. Now granted, she should have been a little bit better shot and killed him instead of just paralyzing him. I would have done it. But that's just me. Anyone that blatantly wipes out innocent lives should die. Period. That's it. Before you say, well, you're innocent until proven guilty. We all know that's bullshit here in America. And if over 100 people show up in court to say, you're the guy, you're the fucking guy. No one forgets when someone shoots at them. Nobody. And nobody forgets when they see someone shoot another person. An innocent, unarmed person who was not doing anything. You don't forget that face. So he's the guy. So I don't hear about, oh, well, he needs to be tried. Wrong answer. All the proof's there. Here's one more piece of proof. If that cop that shot him had shot an innocent person, well, she would have been in trouble. But she wasn't. She shot the bad guy. Now I will say, and I firmly believe this, and I will give you an argument that I have been given when I've made this statement. I do not believe that private citizens should have fully automatic weapons in their possession. Arms dealers are a little bit different thing. It's a little bit different animal. You got to be licensed, all that good shit. But private citizens do not need fully automatic weapons. If you're not a good enough shot, that's on you. Sorry. But I firmly believe that. We don't need, as private citizens, we don't need them. I've made this statement publicly, and I had not one, not two, but 3 people argue with me and say, oh yeah, well my friend didn't have fully automatic weapon, and I can't remember how many, 4, 5, 6 people broke into his house simultaneously, a gang. And they killed him because he couldn't kill all of them. That is a tragedy. I'm not downplaying that at all. And giving him a fully automatic weapon would have put the weapon in the hands of the bad guys because he still would have been overcome. It's not like in the movies, folks. Sorry. But that's such a rare occurrence that it does not justify arming private citizens with fully armed weapons. Or fully automatic weapons. I'm sorry. It just does not. When you unarm law-abiding citizens, you turn them all into victims. There's no law saying you have to have a gun. None. Now, I also agree that there needs to be a better background check. People need to prove their mental state, even though that's not always the case. Sometimes perfectly normal people snap. They have no signs, they've shown no signs ever of being batshit crazy. They just fucking snap. But again, that's rare enough. And I know that you think from watching the news, oh no, it happens all the fucking time, Sixx. You're totally wrong. No, the news exploits shit. They want to keep you worked up and scared. Okay? So, realistically, that happens rare enough that it also doesn't warrant taking away our guns. And I'm not saying I don't believe the government's out to take our guns away. It's citizens, dumb-ass citizens who don't like guns. Dumb-ass citizens pass laws all the time because they get together and they stir up enough shit and cause problems. So, no, I don't think the government's trying to take away our guns, so that's not even what I'm saying. I'm simply talking about those of you that run around saying, well, we should just unarm everybody. Chicago has stiff gun laws, and they have one of the highest crime rates, murder rates in the country. So your little laws, that's proof, more proof that that's not going to work. We need a better evaluation system. We need more mental help in the United States, because mental health is a real problem. Trust me. I know, and I'm not making fun of it. I'm nuttier than a fucking squirrel turd. I guarantee you. However, I've had to learn to cope and deal with it over the years. There's things I can't control, and there's things I can control. Those I can, I've worked through them. But I own guns. I'm not out shooting people. Could I kill a person? Could I kill another human being to defend my family or my home? You bet your ass I could, and not blink an eye and not have a moment of remorse. But could I kill an innocent person who had done nothing to me, that was just walking by, or that I was having a bad day? No, I could not. Because I have a conscience. But there are people out there that have problems, and we need to learn to recognize them, to identify them, recognize them, and help get them help. Quit spending all this money on stupid shit and sending it over for foreign aid for countries that fucking hate us. And those of you that think we're loved worldwide, you've obviously never been out of the fucking country. Go ahead. Go somewhere. We're not that popular, folks. But we have people here that need help, and we should be helping our people. Poverty is a huge problem, and it can be fixed. Well, maybe not completely fixed, because it's always been a problem, but we can make things better. So, if you don't want to own a gun, that's fine. Here in Texas, we have the open carry, and I've seen people of all races open carrying, and not once, not one single time have I even felt nervous standing near them. I pumped gas next to someone that had a 45 on his hip. Was not the least bit nervous, not at all. It didn't even distract me. I saw the gun, knew it was there, and that was it. So, those of you banging that drum about taking away guns and we don't need guns, that's bullshit. Because I tell you right now, if someone breaks into your home and they have a gun and you have nothing but a hand with some skin on it, guess who fucking loses? That's right. You do, boys and girls, because doesn't hurt nobody. So, that's my take on it. You need to relax. If you don't want a gun, you don't have to have one. But you can't tell other people they can't. Do I think we need tougher gun laws? No, I sure do not. Because look at hunting season. Look how many people are just randomly killed. And there's hunters riding all around guns and drinking beer. They're not out shooting folks. It's people that have mental problems. So we really need to focus in on that. Start identifying them. Accepting life as it is. Sometimes bad shit happens no matter how well your plan is made and laid out, shit happens. It doesn't make it good and it doesn't make it all right. It sucks. But it's not an epidemic like a lot of people are trying to make it seem. Settle down, review your facts, not the hype on Facebook or the news or in the newspaper. For those of you that still read newspapers, look at facts. Like when people say that video games cause violence, you look how many billions of kids play video games and how few actually have issues where they commit violence. It doesn't even if there, we'll say out of billions, I'll give you 1 million. If 1 million kids from watching video games become violent, to put that in a better proportion for you, buy a 10-pound bag of sugar, dump it out on your counter, and remove 1 million grains of sugar from that pile and scoot it to the left, and look at the difference in your pile. It's so minute that it doesn't. I'm not saying it doesn't matter that kids are killing kids or adults. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying we need to recognize these kids, identify these kids, and get them the help, along with the adults that are having problems. Not tougher gun laws, because the only people those affect are law-abiding citizens. So, this is my first of the 2 a week, which begins today. We'll see how it goes. Apparently, not everybody's into my trying to be a little bit friendlier and nicer, so I'm going to talk about some dark shit as we go along. Who knows? Maybe coming up I'll talk about abortion, or I've already covered the death penalty. I'll see what other fucked up shit I can come up with, since apparently that's what people want to hear. Until next time, have a great day. Make someone laugh if you get the chance. I am Bob Sixx. Peace! If I was to stand here and go, hey, this is how I hula hoop, it's silly, but it's not weird. But if I walked up behind you at the urinal and said, hey, this is how I hula hoop, shit gets weird, right?